think we're all right.
Alone at last.
Do you think he'll look for us?
I bet he isn't even on the train.
Hey, maybe we should have told him when we were leaving the hotel.
I don't know why you're worrying about Bingham. Another minute in his company, I'd have gone spare.
Hey, what about our drinks bill? That must have been enormous.
Oh, Bingham will take care of that.
Hey? Well, why should he?
I put it on his room number. Oh, yes, we should go to more of these medical conferences.
Oh, come off. In the whole 3 days, you didn't turn up for a single session.
Ah, there you are. I only just made it. Hey, listen. Do you know, I had a terrible argument with the manager at the hotel. He had the nerve to give me a drinks bill for £32. £32. I mean, all the time I was there, I only had 5 tomato juices.
Well, perhaps it was vintage tomato
Yes,
juice.
well, I mean, really, but £32. I'm going to write him a very stiff letter when I get home. Oh, by the way, Dick...
Lawrence, before you go any further, I do not want to know anything about the conference at all. Furthermore, I do not wish to discuss medicine in any way.
Well, if you don't want the letter I've got for you...
What letter?
No, it's all right, Dick, if you don't want to talk to me.
Give him the letter, Lawrence.
Oh, all right, here we are. Arrived at the hotel after you'd left, without telling me, may I add.
Yahoo!
What does it say?
My Uncle James is dead!
Didn't you like him?
Oh, yes, I liked him a lot. He was a great old fellow.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Listen to this. James died at the age of 75, blah, blah, lots of legal stuff here. Has bequeathed to you the sum of... £50,000.
What?
Eh?
50,000 for me!
Oh, no.
Oh, yes!
50,000?
The first thing I'm going to do is to buy everybody on the train a drink. Even good old Lawrence here. Oh, I'm sorry about that enormous drinks, but it was my fault. I'll pay you back the money.
It's all right.
To the bar!
Look, maybe there isn't one.
There must be. And if there isn't, I'll pull the communication cord. We'll get off, walk to the nearest pub.
All right.
Oh, I'll pull it anyway.
Sounds to me like someone's pulled the communication cord.
Mike, I'm going to buy you a limousine. Lawrence, a bicycle.
Oh, just a minute. What's the hurry? Did any of you...
I pulled the communication cord.
What for?
I like the view.
You what? But it's dark.
It's an extremely pretty part of the country. This in the daylight.
May I point out to you, sir, that for improper use of...
Yes, I know. It's a £25 fine, isn't it?
Yes. Mental he is. I mean, you can't even see out there.
Here we are. I made it out for 50 in case I pull it again. If I don't, give the rest to charity, will you?
What?
Care to join us in a drink?
I don't want a drink. I've got to get this train going again. Don't you dare pull it again.
I'll try not to. Right, what do you have to drink? Mike?
Large scotch.
Lawrence?
I think a tomato juice will be fine, thank you.
2 large scotches and large Bloody Mary, please.
is the 1730 from Edinburgh. This train also called at Newcastle and York.
For you here, Jeff. I thought you were at King's Cross. Oh, found 3 rapists, did you?
Well, not.
3 of them comes waltzing off the train, bold as brass, like this. What's the charge?
I don't know yet. We'll hear their stories first.
We haven't done anything illegal.
No.
Well, in that case, then you won't mind giving us a few details.
Stand up. I am called Lawrence Marwood Bingham. And if I could just point out...
You've been having a few drinks, haven't you, sir? Huh? Would you mind putting your own name and address down in the register?
No, then, Sergeant, what's all this about?
Oh, it's just sign them.
I have got £50,000.
Where'd you find this lot, then?
King's Cross, sir.
I see. What have they done?
Probable drunk and disorderly, sir.
Mm-hmm. I see. What's this, about £50,000?
Don't know, sir.
Right, lad, I'll see them. And get something for those 2 to wear, will you?
Very good, sir.
Right, through here, come on.
Hey, listen, why don't we just tell them that we're all doctors? You want to get struck off? Go ahead.
No talking. If you have anything to say, you'll say it to me, right?
Here we are, sir.
Now then. You mentioned a sum of money.
Yes.
How much?
£50,000.
I see. Where'd you get it from?
From my uncle.
Oh, where is your uncle?
Oh, he's dead.
Don't take any of this down yet. So your dead uncle gave you a sum of money?
Yes. I only heard about it on the train.
Oh, you heard about it on the train?
Yes.
I see. Did your uncle pass away on the train?
Oh, no, I read about it in a letter.
Ah, in a letter, eh?
Yes. He gave it to me on the train.
I take it you are a postman.
No, I'm a doctor.
No, he
Are
isn't.
you a doctor?
No, he's an electrician.
Spark, eh?
Yes, he is.
And what do you do?
I'm an electrician, too.
Get away. You're an electrician as well, I suppose.
Oh, yes.
3 bright sparks. If you was to open a new, ordinary household plug, what would the colours of the wires be?
Red, black, and green.
Ah, been out of work, have you?
Hey?
Well, for some time now, the standard colour code has been brown, blue, and yellow and green stripes.
Get away.
So, here we have 3 electricians, one of them unemployed, on a train from Edinburgh. One of the electricians is given a letter on the train by his fellow electrician, which contains £50,000 from a dead relative. So the 3 electricians arrive at King's Cross. One nude from the waist up, one without his trousers on, and the other one in an advanced state.
I was completely dressed. I haven't done anything.
He also carried a substantial quantity of British rail cutlery.
No, I didn't put... no, I remember he put them in my
Let's
pocket.
start again, shall we? Empty your pockets.
You see, we were all travelling down from Edinburgh. And Mike and I got on the train, and that's him and me, and we got into an empty compartment and pulled down the blind.
No.
To hide from him. Oh, sorry, Lawrence. Well, you see, he had to pay the drinks bill. Anyway, he gave me a letter to say my uncle had died. And as I was £50,000 richer, I naturally threw off all my clothes.
Naturally.
And I took my shirt and jacket off because I'm a friend of his, as well as...
Oh, yes, you would. I do it all the time.
And then we were arrested.
Yeah, that bit I do believe, because you're still here. The rest of it, not one single word. Now, I'm not one to get angry, but some people, when they think they're being made a fool of, well, they can just take so much. That was a present from my wife. Right, now we'll tear that lot up and start again.
Oh, you
stupid idiot! Look, this should never have happened in the first place. It's all so pointless. You're all so thick here. We are all doctors, you see. No. He's a doctor. No. He's a doctor. I'm a doctor. We are all doctors. If you want the facts, go contact Professor Loftus. No! Yes, that's Swithin's hotel. Hospital. I'm not going to be treated like this.
Doctors now?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't think we're going to get very much further with this. Perhaps we'll all better have a word tomorrow morning, eh? When you're all a bit more sure of your stories.
That's right. A good idea.
Yes, we'll all come back tomorrow morning.
Oh, no. No. I'll come back tomorrow morning. You'll stop here. What? Take them to the cells.
What? This way, gentlemen, please.
It's not that serious. I mean, we won't be struck off. They don't strike you off unless you are convicted. Oh, God.
Yes, they do. Bailey got struck off and all he did was hang Nurse Willett's knickers from the chapel spire. And it was her idea.
Yeah. Well, medicine's my life. I mean, what else could I do?
You'd make a very good police informant.
Oh, look, Dick.
Why did you have to mention Loftus? I mean, of all the people to involve in this...
Look, I only mentioned Professor Loftus so that he could identify us all.
Bingham, we didn't want to be identified.
Sharp! Hello! Isn't it annoying? There's never one about when you want one, not even in a police station.
I'm Inspector Barker, sir.
Oh, I see.
Unroll it!
Just making a cup of tea, sir.
Never mind that. Get behind that desk before somebody walks off with something. Can I help you, sir?
My name is Professor Loftus.
Ah?
From St. Swithin's.
Ah.
I gather you've 3 doctors here.
Uh-huh.
Their names are Upton, Bingham, and Stuart Clark.
Ah.
Look, are you going to remark like that at everything I say?
Lawrence.
What?
Would you like to be in on our escape?
Escape?
Yes. The plan is this. When they bring in the food, Mike, you trip up the guard.
Right.
I'll gag him with the corner of this blanket. Bingham, you strangle him.
What?
No. Better still, stab him much quicker.
I'm not going to do that. Shh. Listen, you're not really going to... Look out, Dickens!
Morning, all.
Sir. Oh.
I've just been explaining to Inspector Barker here exactly what you're doing in Edinburgh. However, I cannot throw any light on this business of a dead uncle and £50,000.
Oh, I can, sir. It's quite simple. I've inherited £50,000 from my late uncle. That's why we were drunk. We were celebrating.
Oh, I see. Yes. Oh, well, that seems to make sense, Inspector.
Oh, I see. Well, I don't know why you didn't say that last night.
Well, I did try.
Yes, I see. Well, we'll have to have a full statement, of course, but I don't think there'll be any charges.
Ah, good. These lads are quite harmless. 3 of my best doctors, you know.
Oh, are they? I see. Well, I'll see if I can make you some coffee, and when you lads can nip up to the desk for a moment. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, very nice.
Very charming chap, really.
Yes, really awfully nice of you, sir, and rather flattering to...
You idiots! Do you really think I came here to save your rotten little irresponsible souls?
Sir? What?
In the few months I've been Professor of Surgery and a member of the board, I have spent all my time trying to improve the bloody awful image St. Swithin's has got for its substance hours away. I'm not having all that effort ruined by 3 creatures such as yourselves.
Look, sir, I can...
Shut up, Bingham.
Yes, sir.
When we go upstairs, be polite to the inspector. No smart answers, eh, Clark?
Oh,
No, sir.
Right, let's go.
Right, thank you very much. Now, if you'll just get the jacket and trousers back to us in a couple of days.
Certainly, Inspector, and thank you very much for your cooperation.
Not at all, sir.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. In view of the circumstances, I'd like to,
Thank you, sir.
Oh, yes, of course, sir.
Yeah, that's my money.
Thank you, sir.
Well, then, Inspector, we seem to have cleared this up with a minimum of fuss.
I'm sure you'll agree there's no need for you your department, that is, to get in touch with the Board of Governors about all this.
Sergeant Hawley.
Oh, yes, sir?
Yeah, I don't think we've any need to contact the Board of Governors, the hospital, about this.
Well, as a matter of fact, I've already contacted them, sir, right after this gentleman arrived.
What for?
Well, as he came here to check their identity, I thought I'd better check his identity, sir.
Do you mean to say you called me in here to identify these three, and then you called out the hospital to identify me?
Yes, sir.
I suppose the next step is to check on the identity of the hospital board. Why don't you go direct to the Minister of Health and he can identify all of us? So the board knows that's all we needed. Upton.
Sure.
Door!
Cup of tea, sir?
Sir Joseph, this has been about one of the worst Board of Governors meetings I've ever attended.
Really?
First of all, this ludicrous decision to spend £20,000 on restoring the Great Marble Staircase instead of giving it to me for a new operating theatre.
The decision is final.
What about these three doctors? When is their case going to be discussed by the board?
It is not going to be discussed by the board. I've decided to form a decision of my own.
In that case, I think you ought to tell them, Sir Joseph. They're waiting outside.
Oh, very well, then.
Would you come in, please?
Gentlemen, I have given careful consideration to your case, and I have reached a decision, which is that you should no longer consider yourselves as being employed by this hospital, and further, that you should never seek re-employment here in the future. If you would vacate your quarters at your earliest convenience, I would be grateful, that's all.
You mean we're fired?
Yes.
So I'm fired. Fine. I accept that. Typical decision by a mindless...
That's all. Good morning.
Oh, stuff your good mornings. Look, I'm the one who's totally to blame. I got them drunk. Sack me, for heaven's sake, but use some sense as regards these two.
My decision is final.
You pompous ass. It's a pleasure to be fired by such an idiot as yourself. What do you know about running a hospital? You're a retired colonel from the catering corps and you can't even run the canteen here efficiently.
You didn't really mean that at all. There's no chance of an appeal? No. No? Could we appeal, sir?
Yes, I think you should. Trouble is, the rest of the board are all as daft as he is.
Oh, great.
For what it's worth, I'll come along to the appeal and speak up for you.
Oh, that's very kind of you. May I say on behalf of the
Shut up, will you, Bigham?
Yes.
Well, you'll know soon enough.
Yes.
I think I'll just go and...
What, again? I know what Loftus is saying about us.
Oh, he's saying they're talented, hard-working, conscientious young doctors with a great future ahead of them.
No, he wouldn't lie.
You nervous?
No. You?
No.
Well, if they're all like that, we don't stand a chance in hell.
Oh, don't worry. I've got £50,000 to tide us over. Even for Bingham.
What?
Rich Uncle Dickie is going to take care of us.
Listen, I've just met an old man in the loo.
Oh, he's one of the board.
Oh, well, I wondered, because he said tea always affects me like this.
Tea? Well, if they're drinking tea, it must all be over.
Oh. Will you come in, please?
Oh, I say.
What?
Do you think I've got time to go?
So then I took off all my clothes and threw them through the window.
Perfectly understand.
Not by any stretch of the imagination could this conduct be described as understandable.
A young doctor surviving on a young doctor's pay inherits £50,000. I ask you, would you really expect him to behave rationally?
Professor, you're extremely persuasive in your presentation of the facts, but how do you explain the behavior of Dr. Upton, who inherited nothing?
Which is the one that attacked the nurse?
What? That was the previous case.
Have you got that letter?
Oh, yes, sir.
I ask you all to place yourselves in the same position as these young men.
Do you want us to move?
No, Mr. Reeves. One of them receives out of the blue a letter which reads, blah, 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 blah.
Yes, I didn't quite catch that.
Inherited the sum of £50,000 to... Good God.
That's exactly what I did.
Professor, is this intended to be some sort of dramatic reenactment of the way in which he heard the news?
Huh? No. I've just discovered a section of the letter which Stuart Clark neglected to read.
What?
Go on.
The letter reads, bequeath to you the sum of £50,000 to be donated to the hospital of your own choice.
It's not mine.
Eh?
What? Bloody hell! For nothing? But I've got no job and no money. I'm in debt.
You mean this money has to be donated to a hospital?
What?
Of his own choice.
Oh, no.
And, of course, it would have to be a hospital of which he approved.
What? Oh, yes, yes. So I intend to leave it to, High Cross.
But you're a St. Swithin's man.
No, I'm not. Not anymore, and neither are these two.
I don't quite follow.
We, sir, are out of work. And we would probably get work in any hospital we wanted if we went along with £50,000 to give them.
I begin to see you want your old jobs back.
Yes.
Yes, please. Perhaps I was a little premature in my decision.
There are conditions.
Are there? Oh, yes, there are.
Eh? Oh.
Naturally, all three of us are reinstated.
Of course.
And 20,000 should go to Professor Loftus for the construction of his new operating theatre.
Yes, I agree.
Thank you.
Not at all.
I was saying thank you to Dr. Clark here.
5,000 for the redecoration of the students' common room.
Redecoration of the students' common room?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Is that all?
Yes.
Well, perhaps some better seating arrangement in the bar. And I would like £100 as expenses incurred from Edinburgh to London.
Yes, and perhaps I could have my tie dry cleaned.
Yes, by all means. Is that everything?
Yes. Thank you.
And perhaps a little cherry to celebrate?
Yes, well, I'd rather have another cup of tea.
Why don't we all go down to the bar and crack open a few bottles of champagne?
Why not?
Clark, have you forgotten that it was an excess of alcohol that started this whole thing?
Oh, yes. Sherry, lovely.
I think we're all right.
Alone at last.
Do you think he'll look for us?
I bet he isn't even on the train.
Hey, maybe we should have told him when we were leaving the hotel.
I don't know why you're worrying about Bingham. Another minute in his company, I'd have gone spare.
Hey, what about our drinks bill? That must have been enormous.
Oh, Bingham will take care of that.
Hey? Well, why should he?
I put it on his room number. Oh, yes, we should go to more of these medical conferences.
Oh, come off. In the whole 3 days, you didn't turn up for a single session.
Ah, there you are. I only just made it. Hey, listen. Do you know, I had a terrible argument with the manager at the hotel. He had the nerve to give me a drinks bill for £32. £32. I mean, all the time I was there, I only had 5 tomato juices.
Well, perhaps it was vintage tomato juice.
Yes, well, I mean, really, but £32. I'm going to write him a very stiff letter when I get home. Oh, by the way, Dick...
Lawrence, before you go any further, I do not want to know anything about the conference at all. Furthermore, I do not wish to discuss medicine in any way.
Well, if you don't want the letter I've got for you...
What letter?
No, it's all right, Dick, if you don't want to talk to me.
Give him the letter, Lawrence.
Oh, all right, here we are. Arrived at the hotel after you'd left, without telling me, may I add.
Yahoo!
What does it say?
My Uncle James is dead!
Didn't you like him?
Oh, yes, I liked him a lot. He was a great old fellow.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Listen to this. James died at the age of 75, blah, blah, lots of legal stuff here. Has bequeathed to you the sum of... £50,000.
What?
Eh? 50,000! For me!
Oh, no.
Oh, yes! 50,000! The first thing I'm going to do is to buy everybody on the train a drink. Even good old Lawrence here. Oh, I'm sorry about that enormous drinks, but it was my fault. I'll pay you back the money.
It's all right.
To the bar!
Look, maybe there isn't one.
There must be. And if there isn't, I'll pull the communication cord, we'll get off, walk to the nearest pub.
All right.
Oh, I'll pull it anyway.
Sounds to me like someone's pulled the communication cord.
Mike, I'm going to buy you a limousine, Lawrence a bicycle.
Oh, just a minute. What's the hurry? Did any of you...
I pulled the communication cord.
What for?
I like the view.
You are... But it's dark.
It's an extremely pretty part of the country. This in the daylight.
May I point out to you, sir, that for improper use of...
Yes, I know. It's a £25 fine, isn't it?
Yes. Mental he is. I mean, you can't even see out there.
Here we are. I made it out for 50 in case I pull it again. If I don't, give the rest to charity, will you?
What?
Care to join us in a drink?
I don't want a drink. I'm going to get this train going again. Don't you dare pull it again.
I'll try not to. Right, what do you have to drink? Mike?
Large scotch.
Lawrence?
I think a tomato juice will be fine, thank you.
2 large scotches and large Bloody Mary, please.
I've stolen something.
Oh, hang on.
It's the time. It's the
Big Lawrence.
It's the
is the 1730 from Edinburgh. This train also called Newcastle and York.
For you here, Jeff. I thought you were at King's Cross. Oh, found 3 rapists, did you?
Well, not.
3 of them comes waltzing off the train, bold as brass, like this. What's the charge?
I don't know yet. We'll hear their stories first.
We haven't done anything illegal.
No? Well, in that case, then you won't mind giving us a few details.
Stand up. I am called Lawrence Marwood Bingham. And if I could just point out...
You've been having a few drinks, haven't you, sir? Huh? Would you mind putting your own name and address down on the register?
No, then, Sergeant, what's all this about?
Oh, it's just a sign.
I have got £50,000.
Where'd you find this lot, then?
King's Cross, sir.
I see. What have they done?
Probable drunken disorder.